Well, either way, David, it is completely.
The
Completely.
the
It
overhead at Goodwill is so low, and I'm pretty sure they get, like, state grants and stuff too, and a lot of times they'll get, like, free labor from, like, job placement places for people who have, like, disabilities and, like,
Mhm.
have coaches and stuff, and the state pays for those people, so, like, dude, in a lot of situations, Goodwill's cost of operation has to be, like, the lowest out of, like, any normal company
Yes, $1.99 for a hat that represents the Second Amendment.
that they got for free.
I am not saying self-incriminating, David, but, you know,
You
I
got
got a
them
new
for
hat to
199. You got a good deal on your hat.
I have a super good deal on a really nice hat.
I'm just curious about Goodwill's operating costs.
Imagine getting haggled for $1.99, get arrested for $1.99. Almost be like going after free speech instead of pedophiles, dude. Clearly insanity.
The organization's revenue primarily comes from retail sales of donated goods with minimal reliance on government grants, 2% income. So they don't get as much government money as I thought, but um, yeah, mission-driven programs like job training. I remember one of the places like when I volunteered for high school, we had to have so many community service hours. Goodwill was a popular place to go.
Got signed off on my community service, David, like a good citizen. I did it, of course. Served a nursing home. Wink, wink, David.
High executive pay amid low store wages. This is controversies. Goodwill controversies. Minimal direct job program spending in some cases.
Did we talk about Cracker Barrel?
Uh, we well, hold on, we did, but I don't think we ever talked about the fact that they are reverting back.
Yeah, the day after I think we said something about Cracker Barrel, they changed because clearly, David, they were listening and they knew that the culture has spoken.
It's possible. I doubt it. Right on the show today. Well, because we got to talk about external hard drives, but that's not. Uh, we have more. We have more stories like the story I told you before we went on a program. We have E3H3 or whatever the hell that guy's name is. Apparently, the story came out about him being a troll pedophile or something. I don't know. Um, a little story about
Oh, yeah,
Ashley.
a troll and a pedophile.
Well, that's the most likely scenario. That's not how he lays it out.
Wow, which one is worse, David? Which one is worse?
Pedophile. Ashley Babbitt. There's a nice little update about that. Chinese solar, Ryan. I think we should talk about because you are a solar expert.
Fuck the Chinese.
And speaking of experts, we want to listen to a gun expert. Um, Ryan, what would you like to start with? You want to start about a hard drive? What about a hard drive? What do you?
You're dorking out right now.
Sure, yeah, let's talk hard drives.
All right, David. You know I'm a Apple guy with technology.
You lost me hard. Yeah, I don't
So
care.
at like a good little Apple bitch, I bought a Samsung external hard drive.
Oh, perfect. They don't make Apple ones.
They don't actually.
Oh,
This
that's
is
weird.
a Samsung, what is it? A Samsung T7 Shield, 2 terabyte, David.
Excellent.
Um, do, do you know about these? Have you,
It. I'm assuming is a.
other than stores things, David? Let's cut the NSA shit out here. Oh, it just monitors it just collects mass metadata. That's all this is. Can't do nothing with
Well,
it once I have it.
given its size, I suspect for one, it's going to be in uh let's say it's an SSD for sure. Probably nice fast boot speeds. 2
Thousand
terabytes is
millibyte
nice.
megabytes or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2 terabytes. What was your first thing you said?
SSD probably.
Yes, as SSD it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Will works with my phone and my computer. I haven't plugged in yet. My phone
For
was
people
plugged.
for people who don't know, if you have an older laptop, this is what I did to my laptop. If you have an older laptop, even if it's not that old, you'd be surprised. A lot of laptops have an HDD still, and it's fine for storage. But what you get with hard disk drives is ridiculously slow boot speeds. So people will think like, "Oh, my computer's so slow." Well, your computer's not actually slow. You need an SSD. I'm telling you, the average person who thinks their computer is slow, if you upgrade the RAM and put an SSD in it, you'll think it's like a fucking speed machine for the average person, of course.
Not computer dork, David. Um, so yeah, this is plug and play for my phone.
Ah, excellent.
I literally there's a app on the Apple
Is
on
does
Apple called Files. Like I don't
did
know what it
Apple
would be
did
on.
Apple get out of the Lightning USB world? Are they in the micro
We're in C, USB-C.
USB-C? Okay, nice.
So
Okay.
this is USB-C. I have adapter, so even if not, I'd still be able to transfer. But the 16 or the 15, I think, started the USB-C. I also got some AirPods, David, which I told you about. AirPod Pros, those are USB-Cs as well. So
What's the
it's
difference
kind of
between the Pro and the regular?
noise cancellation. They can be used as hearing aids now, I guess.
Wow.
I never cared about noise cancellation. I've shared this on the podcast before. I never cared about noise cancellation. Thought it was gay. I'm not spending 100.
Everyone doesn't care about it until they have it.
Well, not only did I have it, but when I used it at work and I was working in a machine shop that you could literally have to scream to talk to somebody, and it was just fucking my hearing up. And I would always wear ear protection, but I'd try to listen to podcasts at work or self improvement. It's where, this podcast actually started from, you can go back. Um, but the noise canceling, actually, I could put it in and I could like read a book. It was so quiet. And I didn't have to have a lot of volume. So it was just like a win win. And then that was the first generation Pro. This is the second generation Pro. So I'm assuming there's a lot more data and mass metadata to track my health that the government
Possibly.
surely loves, David. The point of the story, the hard drive, David, I have a 500 gig iPhone 16 fucking with the better camera that films the only thing I didn't get on the iPhone was a terabyte and the bigger screen. But the camera's the best, and I care about it for obviously the podcast. I shoot my raps. I have other things, the journal, all the shit. I take tons of pictures. Um, I've had an iPhone since 2012, 2013. So I've continually kept an iPhone or an iCloud with pictures from that far. I've lost a
That's the
couple
thing. It's
iPhones
tough.
and
It's tough. Like these companies are really good at locking you in now. Um, Apple specifically because you can tie so much shit into one. Like all your stuff goes to the cloud, and you can have like your laptop and your phone and other shit and your tablet all go to the same cloud. You have all the same access to all the same information, and like all loops to itself nicely. And then like if you go to switch to Android, it's like fuck. Like
so you
all
can't
my
even
like
change
there's a way to
you can't
yeah
even change your email address.
right.
Like my iPhone's email address is the same one I made in 2012, which is the same email address I've had for since I've been like 17. You know what I mean? Like so it's just not cringe or anything. It's just funny how things work. But
We have to. I'm not going to say the exact one for obvious reasons. It's like personal stuff, but at work we have to verify like people's information when they come in, so we can always keep contact with them and whatever. So we're writing up their car in the lane, right? We'll have the advisors do it. And the one lady one time, I'm going over her information. I go over her phone number or whatever, and I go, huh. She's like, "What's that?" I said, "Well, normally we verify the email, so are you still giant tits 26 at gmail.com?" She's like, "Sure am." I'm like, "Sure are." Yeah, I've had that forever. Yeah, I figured.
yeah, a little embarrassing. She probably loved it. Did she
Yeah.
have huge
No, she
tits,
thought
David?
yeah, she wasn't lying. Huge. Yeah. Yep. It was a very accurate email address.
Check. So
Giant
I've
tits
had
26. Check.
I've had iPhone from 2012 and 13, and that seems like a long time. But if we think about technology, video recording equipment, they didn't have 4K. I probably would have shot more pictures and videos. But the point of the story is, I have like 70,000 photographs. I have 4,000, 5,000 videos. I have like 10,000 screenshots of news articles. Like I literally have my own news database. Like I
You
could
have a
probably
vault.
show. I have a vault. Alex taught me. He's like, you got to take pictures. Alex used to. I don't know if he still does it, but he would hard copy every episode of Infowars. He wanted to have a library of every episode.
So he's got it like on a DVD somewhere.
Yeah, and then he would also print out all the articles he covered and had a library. But it just like became too much with all the information. I think so. Um, But the point is like I started that. That's how I started. The headlines came from screenshots, right? Like parts of these podcasts now, like it's kind of Dave and I just integrate the pod into our life. Like we pod about our life, which is dope. So thank you everybody. But the point in saying all that is after a while, it just is a lot, and I've been kicking it down the road of just like buying. Oh, I'll just buy a bigger iPhone. I'll buy a bigger iPhone, and you need a bigger iPhone because the camera got better and Now, mind you, I've had 7 iPhones. I mean, what are we at? iPhone 16, I've probably had at least 7 different iPhones. So, I filled the 500 gig phone, and I bought this so that I could take those 70,000 photographs and probably cut them down to, like, maybe 10,000, and I'll f 1, free up space on my phone, but most importantly, David, I'm going to get rid of I'm not very open about this a lot on air because it's personal, but I'm gonna get rid of everything from basically when I was not single. Like, I'm in
Mm,
a relationship now, but, like, when I separated from my situation before. So that
mm.
would be 2021. So I'm just gonna not delete them. They're memories. I'm not like that type of person that burns shit, but, there's certain things on the hard drive or those photographs or those memories, David, right, I wanna leave for my kid. So it's like I wanna be able to show her that, like, "Hey, man, not everything was so terrible all the time." But in order to do that, I need to get this shit off my phone. So I now have the task of like transferring 70,000 photographs, like 100 or 200 at a time for the next. If I do 100 a day, I don't know how long that will take me, but like a month, you know, two
Yeah,
months.
that's quite a project.
So, but the main idea is once I do, I mean, I've already got 6 gigs of data off. So that's enough to like actually start like shooting my own videos, taking pictures again. There's been dope graffiti and sunrise, sunsets, and pictures I've wanted to take. There's been raps I've wanted to record, and so more of the stories. It's very cool. As a guy that hates fucking technology, David, all I wanted was just like give me the memory out of my iPhone. Let me plug the thing in and just transfer the shit over like a Game Boy, like we used to do our Pokemon, and they did. Thank you, Jesus. I don't need a computer. I don't need anything else. I could can just keep buying these and just label them, right? I could fucking this is password protected, so 12 feet droppers, I could throw it. It's like rubberized, so like shit doesn't even stick to it. It's not magnetic. They had MagSafe ones that I was looking at, but Best Buy didn't have any, and I didn't want to wait. So I got this. But the point of it is, this is dope. This is exactly what I want, and this is basically what the NSA probably has on every one of us. Is like our own little hard drive, probably with our social security number written on it, waiting for the humanoid android to take our DNA, David.
I saw when I got my most recent phone, they made a
5 out of 5 stars so far. I'll let you guys know. I'm
it
just
was
excited to get back to be creative.
it was an external hard drive, like you were talking about with the MagSafe, whatever. But it was also a battery, and it was like an aux battery as well,
Mhm.
and it was like a pack. And the only thing I didn't like about it, so like my phone now, I already got a fairly decent sized phone. It's a Galaxy whatever Note whatever, but it's sizable. It's got like the fucking stylus and all types of shit, and I like it. But it's not small. Okay, I have pretty big hands, and it's hand size. But dude, it like came out to here, but it was a two, it was either 2.5 or a 5 terabyte external hard drive and an auxiliary battery in one, and the auxiliary battery like 10x the battery life of the phone. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but I feel like I don't. That's not necessary either. But I thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm at the point, like, the one video I shared on here, like, Dave, like I've shared my raps. You're in like that one Facebook thing I've had for years that I haven't uploaded anything. But like a lot of that is like I just don't think the shit's good enough to share, even though it's so stupid. I'm kidding there. The point in saying that is like I'm at the point now that I don't even have the capacity to record what I want.
Yeah,
So it's like weird. You gotta like I guess this is where they say like there's the business side to everything. Because it's like in order to keep doing the thing that I like love to do, I have to like spend money on this dumb shit that I hate. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I love technology because of everything it does. Obviously, I talk shit about machines because I just want to keep humans going. But like I need to offload all of this stuff that I've created with it in another thing while trying to keep going on the thing. And it's kind of like as you learn one thing, you have to learn 7 others. I mean, like one of the few, I don't want to say few, there's so much to learn, but something I'm very blind with, David, is computers. Like even RAM, I understand the concepts, but like it just never tickled the fancy. And like where we're going in the future, we're all gonna need to know how to like wire a motherboard upside down or something. So
I'm a far cry from my dad's ability on IT. Uh, but like I know more than the average person for sure. It's one of those things. It's like I don't. The thing is, I don't really do that much with my phone. Like it's 90% work, if I'm honest. And then I'm trying
dude,
to
I
think like
like
I'm also not a picture video guy. I'm like when I go places, I'm not a huge and I feel
Dude, if
like
I couldn't shoot a video or a picture on my phone, I'd literally have a flip phone. Like I literally, because Dave, how many pictures do I send you in a week or something? I know we're like
oh
doing the pod
screenshots
and
and shit
stuff.
all type. Yeah,
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 but
tons of 'em.
but it's fucking ridiculous. I shoot like a video, like yo, dude, on the video, we're gonna. Like, I'll shoot like a 4 minute video and then send it out. Or I have super nutrition videos of the shit I do at work. It's like a 30-second job site shoot of just like what I'm doing. It's like I love making shit. I just like I build stuff with my hands. I talk shit. Like that's the weird thing about this technology thing we're in. It's like I've used it for this creative things for so long. It's like I make jokes of people swiping on butt cheeks, but it's like if you didn't develop that, you got your work thing.
Mhm.
That's what I've found in my experiences. Most people, it's either work or you're doing the doom scrolling.
I can't
You
doom
know,
scroll. I fucking
it's rough,
oh,
dude.
that's terrible.
Sam has to tell me to like, can you just brain rot with me? She has to ask me, and sometimes I do, but I've told her before, like, I don't even want to be brought to that level mentally right now. Like,
It's
I
pretty
get
tough. I mean,
like you want,
I have my people that I watch, right? And I don't know if I've really talked about this a lot, but I have a handful of different hobbies at the moment. So, and I would
you
consider
consider this
this
a hobby?
yeah, yeah, a little bit. Like we do this. I think I've explained this on the show before, but I'm like a car guy for sure. Love cars. And I think I've said this before too. If you are also a car guy, do not work at a car dealership. It has nothing to do with cars. You will be sad. Go work somewhere else if you like cars.
Yeah, it's human psychology, right, Dave?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a car dealership. I like cars. No, don't go there. It's a trap. Um,
But that's what they want you.
it's, oh, you like cars? Why don't you come work? Yeah, so I can deal with people. No, thanks. Uh, but I like cars. I like talking about. I'll watch people who like race cars and stuff because I love doing that. I'm going this weekend to Pittsburgh to go race. It's blast. Um, but like I started getting into like the gym thing, so now I've been like watching shit on that. Mostly my
Mike
friend Adam,
Israetel.
actually.
Mike Israetel, dude. Check him out.
Mike
RP.
Israetel.
Yeah, you can't spell, but it's Renaissance Periodization. It's RP
Huh.
Fitness on YouTube.
Hmm.
He's a bald jack, dude. He's on steroids. Listen to him.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, just like a handful of different things, like the meat smoking sector of the world, right? The dudes who like fucking get smokers and fucking dude, I love it. There's nothing better than smoking meat. Hit a
Some of those
quick,
guys' filmography with the food is nuts. They'll like
oh
slap
my
it
god,
down and then it will be pre-cut and then they'll like throw the spice on it. It will be
yeah,
boom.
yeah,
It's like this is like so sophisticated and you're just like, oh, 30-second reel. That probably took that guy like 6 hours to make that
yeah. I
90
really,
second video.
yeah, more than anything, I just like eating it when it's done. The other day I made something, and dude, yeah, I had a solid 8 hours in cook time on it, but it was fucking
Hey,
delicious. It's so
that's how you
good.
know. That's how you know you're getting older. You're done chasing tail. You're like, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna slow
Oh,
smoke this
I'm fucking
brisket.
over that. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care.
this brisket. I'm gonna put some fucking
You know what's
cayenne
crazy
pepper on it.
too? Like,
Men don't
obviously,
go to therapy. They podcast, David.
no. Like, obviously, I don't do that now anyway because I've been in a relationship for fucking ever. But if like I ever landed in a point where that was the case, it's so easy. Like, I don't understand why people have trouble. It's the easiest thing in the world is getting girls. It's not difficult at all, dude. Just some people are so afraid to talk to girls. It's hilarious to me. Like I'll watch all these single people I work with trying to talk to like other girls, and I'm like, this is embarrassing. Just fucking talk. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Oh, she's gonna be no. Just talk like a human being to somebody.
The hot ones like that more because they don't get treated like people.
100%. Yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like ultimate hack. You're like, dude,
Yeah, they're so
the
used to
hot girl
dudes like
actually gets attract like they get approached least. Like they're the least hit on
for
girl.
sure, and they're also like they also are this like anytime they have to talk to somebody because like most of these dudes want to talk to them anyway. they like stutter and they'll like drool on them, and it's like, dude, just talk to them like it's your bro. Like it doesn't matter. What are you worried about?
Yeah, she knows she's hot already.
It's
Like,
so weird to me, dude. Just
she knows
fucking
she's
talk.
hot and she's still insecure. Isn't that whack? Ain't that the whack thing about girls?
Yeah, it is a little crazy.
Like, dude, like you see other girls, like it's
Yeah, everybody. I
like,
think everybody truthfully knows where they stand, right?
yeah.
Right, like in
It
general,
might
like
take time, and you may notice where you stood after, but you do know. I think you do. Your body definitely knows. There's actually David neuropsychology and biology about this.
is that for real?
100%. Your mind, Jordan Peterson. This is one of the things that got him. I want you to type it in. Actually, maybe. But your mind has a social hierarchy structure that is very similar to crustaceans and lobsters in particular. And like like your nervous system knows hierarchical structures at a biological level. Us and lobsters
So
share the same dopaminergic receptors that are linked to social hierarchies. And if I got this right, I'm a fucking super scientist of biology.
okay, so this is first of all one of the wildest things I've ever typed into Grok. I said, "Does the
See,
human
I
brain
tell
have a
this shit to
social
AI all
hierarchy
the
like
time.
crustaceans?"
Yeah, yes, yes. I ask Grok this shit all the time. Well, ChatGPT
It
even.
says the human brain doesn't have a social hierarchy in the same direct biological way crustaceans like lobsters do, but there are parallels worth exploring. Let's break it down. Crustacean social hierarchy. What in the fuck? In crustaceans, particularly lobsters, social hierarchies are well
Lobsters,
documented and tied to their neurobiology. Lobsters establish dominance through physical confrontations like
they
claw
rip
displays
off
or
their arm.
fights,
Yeah, they'll rip their arms off of less superior lobsters.
which
And then those
is
lobsters
awesome.
will drop in the social hierarchy because females will only date with lobsters with bigger claws. So it's like that's how they literally disarm the lobster and then they fuck all the girls and that's how they. So like the funny thing is, if I'm not, I don't know if it will get there. I just want to say this because I want to know if I remember it correctly. But their brains, like the neurobiology and the lobsters, their brain shrinks. Like they know. And I think if you give them whatever it would be, it would probably be some type of like amphetamine. It like Adderall, it makes that thing kind of go away or something.
The
But there's
lobster?
like a yeah, there's like a way to trick your social hierarchy thing. But
Interesting. I wonder if that's
yeah.
like, I wonder if that's the same biologics that is me staring at people in the grocery store.
Oh well, I think like
So it's
I
a
mean,
show of
can you
dominance, man.
smell testosterone? Can you like subconsciously smell testosterone on men?
Probably. You could
Yeah,
like
you have to.
we have a there's like a neurobiological thing with like estrogen and shit. It makes
Yeah,
sense. It's very
when if
possible.
there's a room full of guys, right? If it's just all men, and one girl walks in the room, all of the guys' testicles get larger in size by like a third or something.
By
Every
a
guy's, well,
third?
I don't know the actual number, but
Oh, I'm
it's
like,
like
what the fuck? They just swell up. They double. They double.
it's measurable.
Is it
Like
testicles or penises, right?
no, it's not that they get hard. It's the amount of the blood flow to their cock goes there. It doesn't necessarily equal erection, but like just like regional. It's like your biology is getting primed to fuck, David. Okay,
Right.
is that what I guess?
So what you're saying is when a girl walks in a room, dudes get bricked up. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, when your girl walks in naked, what happens? You
Yeah,
all
for sure.
bricked out. Yeah, I
For
mean,
sure.
it's
If you don't, you
gotta.
got the wrong girl for sure.
Yeah, well, that, but you also got to kind of like have yourself trained for that in a way. Like whether it's evolution or yourself, like it has to be trained into you. You have to inherit that. We didn't learn how to fuck. Like they didn't always have porn, David. You know,
They shouldn't. That needs to go
you
away.
imagine caveman
Uh,
porn, David, all like scribed on a stone.
this is a fucking Friday show and a half.
These rocks were used as dildos. It's also a holiday Friday show. David. Are we here on Monday? Or are we taking Labor Day off? Labor another day.
Ryan, I will allow you to make that call as the co-host of the show.
Might get a decision in my own program.
Yeah. I'll throw you a bone every once in a while.
All right,
I,
I'll
I,
figure it out.
uh, Ryan, millennial women. Hold on. Let me just pull this up one more time. I like doing these articles. These are my favorite ones. I think we should just do a cultural woman show only. Ryan, millennial woman dates other people while her boyfriend waits at home for her. I feel like I was doing something wrong. I wonder why.
What's up with the generational thing?
Uh,
Have you noticed that? It's like Gen Z. I heard today on the radio, Gen Zers are watering, a new TikTok trend is watering down their beards. Like, why are we talking about Gen Z on the radio? I've never in my life, never
watering.
grown up
Wait, wait,
like
wait, hold on.
millennials
Watering down
are,
their.
yeah, putting water in beer so it's more palatable. Or ice cubes, I'm sorry. Putting
Just don't
ice
drink
cubes.
beer. I don't drink beer.
Putting
Fucking
ice
awful.
cubes in their beer.
Okay. All right. I mean, do it. I guess. Fuck. I don't. Just don't like. If you don't like the taste of beer, don't drink it. Like, why do people feel the need to? I will openly say, beer's fucking awful, and I won't drink it.
They're just pushing a generational war. It's right fucking there.
Ryan, although polyamorous relationships aren't as taboo as they once were, they should be. One couple revealed that she and her boyfriend Michael have an agreement where she is allowed to go out and date other people while he stays at home. Hold on. When I first read this headline, I didn't realize the point was the dude's okay with it, and it sounds like she must be okay with it. She's doing it, but she's more guilty about it, I guess.
She probably doesn't like the guy anymore, David. I wonder
It's pretty
why.
wild. Is he like pushing? Well, why would you? You can't respect him. Could you? I
Well,
couldn't. Like, if I was a girl and like my boyfriend was like, "Oh yeah, you can go date other
Dave, a
people," I'd be like, "Okay, then why
woman's
am I dating you?"
orgasm is directly tied to the love bond chemical, oxytocin. Like it's not fucking an opinion. When you make a girl come, she falls in love with you. Like every time you make a girl orgasm, the more she loves you. Like why do you think all of the myths are about pleasing women to have her come back to you? It was never about money.
No, that's just how you get her there in the first place.
Money's just a way to
Then
get
what
a
do you do with it?
resource to be put in the room to be
Then,
seen by the
then what do
women
you
you
do
want
with
to
it?
be seen by.
Why do the girls end up sleeping with the pool boys, Ryan?
Oh boy. Well, he's 30 years younger and he's fun and
Mm,
exciting and handsome
makes her come.
and probably makes her come.
The couple agreed on eye-raising setup early in their relationship, and it seems to work for them, despite some jealous feelings in the beginning.
Oh, just jealousy.
Why?
You know,
Like, why
Jordan
do?
Peterson
Like, why do it though?
Jordan Peterson was saying biologists, some of them would say that the reason that you feel jealous is mate guarding, and mate guarding with jealousy is kind of neurological proof that, some people say that we evolved to not be monogamous and it's like a social construct. That may be true or not, but the fact that there is a jealousy component to biology and mating is proof that we at least do bond and pair bond long term dating. And I wonder if you fuck more people, David. This is what the red pill is trying to say. I wonder if you fuck more people, it's way harder to feel that same kind of connection to somebody, which is why you
No,
don't care if you have
well,
sex with other people.
I would guarantee it. You know what's
This is the rock star thing, right? All the strippers and cocaine, baby, right?
I always thought it was interesting when couples are in, well, I guess you can't say couples in this situation. When people are in the
Ruffles.
polyamorous relationships, and they're like, I always think it's interesting when somebody still cheats, because like the whole thing is like, oh, as long as you tell me, like, we're cool. Like there's a level built into it. My understanding of how it's supposed to work is like, you know, run it by me first, let me know what's happening, and there be some approval maybe, but like, it's fine, but just be open about it. And like, people will still be secretive and cheat on it. To me, that's hilarious. They're telling you it's okay, and you still cheat on them. Like, what? I'll still keep it a secret.
Well, and I bet you, I know this is anecdotal, but in those instances, if you were to check what considers quote unquote cheating, it's cheating when the partner that, you know, got cheated on was less attractive than the person they cheated with. I guarantee you that's the only time it really fucking mattered, or that it was an actual threat to their relationship or their stability. And let's be honest, everybody would feel that way. So I'm not like judging, but it's natural human behavior to want to keep the security that you've obtained, which is why you're jealous. Let's fuck other people. Why am I jealous of you if you were like supposed to fuck other people? It just doesn't make sense. Like, oh, I have conflicting feelings about. Yeah, you feel jealous because you kind of like. It's kind of like Dave. You remember like the hickey thing when you were a kid?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it was like kind of cool, and then it was really cool, and then it was super trashy when you realize that, and then you're like, you have to stay like below my neckline, dude. Like I'm an adult. You can't be sucking on my neck.
Yeah, we had a kid come into work one time, and he looks like he lost a fight with a vacuum. It was pretty rough. I'm like, there is
Yeah,
a. He's like, I was like, dude, I get it. I was fucking 18, 19 at one point in life. But like at some point you're gonna be walking around in front of customers with a fucking big 7 fucking black marks on your fucking neck. Like this is it's not a very great look.
yeah, it's cool for your boys. You know, it's like the same thing. The tattoo that's cool at 20 isn't cool at 40. It's like the same thing with the hickey, dude. And then like, you know, you kind of just learn to respect yourself and all that. But yeah, that's got to be what this is like, dude. Like that numbing factor, and then you just don't care. And I know that happens, but yeah, these people that get cheated on, if you're in these relationships, obviously, I guarantee you, it's insecurity because they're better, quote unquote, better, whatever that means, measurably better or more attractive or a bigger threat to the relationship. And this is the problem with polyamory. It also is promoting people to just replace somebody instead of work through problems. Which, let's be honest, you're probably going to have problems with people. And let's be honest, even again, David, sociology, biology, and everything else would indicate that you could leave that person, but you'll probably attract something or somebody pretty close to them because a lot of attraction is based on your habits and your mind and your hobbies. So until you do the work on yourself, literally the self improvement, you're not going to attract different people. So it's very odd. You're basically going to be dating the same man, and then you probably fucked 5 guys, and then you're like, man, I really miss Billy. But by then, Billy fucking went and did meditation and ayahuasca to find himself, and now he loves some hippie bitch. You know. So I know I just made up like 5 different stories, David, but I appreciate you
No,
hanging
they're
out for.
probably honestly all accurate.
Dude,
Uh
this is literally an experience that I've like not I've experienced this, but like in my experience when I've had conversations or just like when you start studying biology. Studying human mating has changed my life with everything from money all the way up to business, down to my parents. Not that I'm trying to mate with my parents, but understand why they mated that made me, right? Like, because that's the mate. And then their inherent thoughts that help make my thoughts are part of me. Like, it's very odd. Yeah, like, it's very, like, why did I attract the people? Like, it's odd. But you care about mating because it's psychology. Like the way you spend money is probably tied to the people you date. Like it's not a it's a
mm.
some all game.
It says the couple does have some boundaries. Whenever I go on a date now, we don't talk about it unless I'm struggling with something and need his support.
Women are out of their goddamn mind, dude.
A part of me wants him to have an experience because I know how fulfilling it can be in some ways, even addictive to our relationship.
Addictive, dude.
I'm pretty sure I would experience some jealousy, though. This is the girl, but those feelings will eventually go away, just like they did with him. This is a one-way polyamorous relationship.
It's called narcissism, David.
That's dude. That's not.
It's called 304. Ho, whore, slut. Oh, I'm slut shaming on the internet, David. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
do it. Yeah, 100%.
If a man did it if a man did it, he would get applauded. And when a woman does it, she's a whore. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I didn't make the
Yeah,
rules.
no, that's actually right. And we've talked about it several times, but there's actually biological reasons why that's the case. Ryan, do you want to hear
Do the
I think it was CNN.
Chinese
MS,
soul.
I'm sorry. You want to do Chinese solar? You don't want
Yeah.
the firearms expert that MSNBC I had on?
No, we'll wait until after we fucking blow up the Chinese solar industry.
Well, I got right here. Chinese solar is now expanding so fast that by the early 2030s, the country will generate more power from the sun than the amount of electricity the U.S. will consume together, according to the International Energy Agency. Why do you think China's going so hard at solar?
They own all the technology for solar.
China leads the world in solar power, having surpassed 1 terawatt of installed capacity by 2024, continuing rapid growth with record breaking installations in the first half of 2025. The expansion is driven by government policy and economic ambition, making China the largest supplier and installer of solar technology globally, holding dominant positions in the global solar manufacturing supply chain. China also plans to build large scale projects and is researching innovative technologies such as space based solar power. How do you have solar in space?
What do you mean?
I thought there was something with light traveling in space or some weird shit. I
Does
could be
the
wrong.
sun touch the moon?
Well, yes, but hold on.
Makes sense.
It's something with like the solar in
Doesn't go through
space.
the doesn't go through the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, well, it's something weird. Extreme costs of launch and construction, the harsh space environment, degradation, low efficiency due to multiple energy conversion steps. I think that's probably what I was looking more into. Other challenges include precise long range beam aiming. Oh, that's because so much of the sun in in our Earth that we think about is based on like reflections and stuff. That's what it is. Because it's a lot of like reflective of like the atmosphere and things like that. So
The solar
since
radiance too.
since there's no atmosphere in space, the sun it's something weird. Like it's less powerful, even though it's more
It like can't
powerful.
focus.
Yeah,
It's like
it's weird. Yeah.
it's if your eye didn't have that bubble on it that allows you
Mhm.
to focus.
That's what it is.
That will change. I mean, honestly, they maybe they got to make bigger panels, but look, I'm gonna cover this from a couple ways. I am a solar electrician. If anything, I have an invested interest in the growing solar market. So fuck China first. Second of all, I think this is part propaganda.
Mm.
China has for years built false cities. They've inflated their currency. They have dumped fake shitty metal that makes Boeing airplanes fall out of the sky before. Accenture, they steal all of our technology. China can install all the solar panels you want if you don't have places to plug them into. It doesn't matter how much power you generate. Now, China can backfeed that to things and sell it to other countries. That's what we do actually have to be worried about, which is why that headline about the power the United States consume is a little daunting. Now,
We've talked about that before in the past about Germany, I believe. They have a massive solar operation in Germany, and I think it's Germany, and they sell most of their power at a loss because their ability to store the energy apparently is lacking or something. So they just
I
basically
mean, because the idea is you basically either backfeed it to the grid and then use it right away. Because when you send electrical anything down a grid, it loses amperage the further it goes down. That's why these solar farms are kind of like put on the outskirts of communities because those communities, it's not like we can just have a big enough panel in the middle of the desert and then run all of that power back to Washington, D.C. and New York City. It doesn't work that way because the cable and all these other mathematical things, it's not like you can just step up transformer. You'd have to amplify the power greater than the power. that you're producing to send that from the desert. So I know I'm speaking a lot of what ifs, but it's really just math and physics. But this is what I'm saying. You can install all the fucking solar you want. If you don't have a place to store it, send it, use it, or utilize it, like it doesn't matter. Is China going to build big ass batteries? Now, they very well could do that, David. Elon Musk was going over there. I heard them, Musk, and I think Amazon are building batteries, like a battery city the size of Manhattan. I think look that up. They're building
Manhattan?
battery sized cities in China. I'm sorry, city sized batteries in China. Now, if you got something like that, you could pipe all that power to that. Now we're talking. Now it's viable, but you still
Chi
like it's not like you can't put electricity in like a fucking water bottle and carry it over to Russia and be like, here's your what? You have to send it down the lines, and those lines are going to lose power. So if you're sending, to send 120 volts, you might have to send 700 volts of electricity there. I mean, it's honestly 240 separate legs, but I'm not going in.
It says China's massive battery industry, factories and storage systems on a city scale. Uh, the enormous scale of China's battery manufacturing facilities and energy storage projects, which are often described in hyperbolic terms due to their vast physical footprint, production capacities, and economic impact. China dominates the global lithium ion battery market, producing over blah, 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 blah. They have factories that rival the size of small cities in terms of land area, workforce, and output. These facilities support electrical vehicles, renewable energy storage, and consumer electronics. The factories are the size of small cities.
Like Buffalo. Buffalo's a medium sized city. So like Rochester.
The Yibin plant, certified zero carbon in 2022, thanks, spans 50 hectares. What the fuck is, how big is that? Uh, 50 hectares is about, it's about the size of a large urban park. For context, a hectare is a square with 100-meter size. Roughly the size of 100 football fields. 100 football fields factory. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, look, I want the world to run on the sun or the wind or the water, or I don't want to drive gas powered things and poison the environment. I'm a bigger conservationist than most people, even though I think bullshit climate change schemes to destroy our country need to stop. There's also a conspiracy that solar panels actually increase climate change because what they're actually doing is bouncing off all of that light and keeping it in the atmosphere because they're basically retaining light and bouncing it back off the underneath side of itself and then putting that light back to earth and then bounce it back off the panel, bounce to earth. Blah, 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 blah. You understand? Like the light bouncing back and forth. It's staying here in earth. It's not traveling through the atmosphere, whatever. The point saying that is I have an invested interest. I will, regardless or not of this, I will install solar panels till I die if I stay at this company. It's just the way it is. It's not going away. China can produce all the shit they need. They may very well need it on that side of the earth. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the next war, David, is over energy and water. So
That makes sense. That's what war tends to be over, right? Land resources.
yeah, I just mean like the water will be undrinkable.
Hmm. A couple quick things, and then we'll get to the firearm expert. For those who don't know him, the H3 podcast host Ethan Klein confirms on his Instagram story that his pedo troll account is his, and that he would play a pedophile character on Reddit to promote his YouTube channel.
It's twice as scary.
So he was purposely a pedophile to promote his YouTube channel? Hmm. That's weird. That's weird because I certainly wouldn't want a pedophile promoting our channel. And he actively pretended to be a pedophile to promote his own channel? What does that mean about his audience? They're the type of people that listen to pedophiles? Like, oh, I'm a pedophile, go watch my show.
Psychology, David would say. Birds of a feather tend to flock together.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, like I said, real quick, but that's that. His he's a pedophile and his show is for pedophiles. That's, I mean, what else do you want me to say about that? That's that. If I was promoting our show from like the basis of like all the people I wanted to watch my show, I would just be me saying that you should watch our show because we are pro freedom, pro humanity, pro your soul, your spirit.
I want you to be healthy, have a family, be rich, be able to lift weights your whole life, and have a God and own things. I want ownership.
So you wouldn't pretend to be a pedophile to promote our show, I presume.
I wouldn't even pretend to be a pedophile. If I was a pedophile, I wouldn't be a pedophile. I none of the files, David.
That's an interesting point. Like, even if you are a pedophile, you should pretend to not be a pedophile. He
You
is a
would think. You'd fucking think. But they're psychopaths, David. They can't help themselves. They would tell you, like, no, nothing to see here.
well. That's exactly why I think he's actually a pedophile. That's not a troll account. That's him being a pedophile openly. And
Yeah,
then
and that's the
and then he
cop
gets
out.
to hide and say he's a troll about it. Well, I'm
Yeah,
not really a pedophile. Oh, really? That's what a pedophile would say.
makes a bit about it, David.
Ryan, the Ashley Babbitt.
And then triple down on promotion on a podcast because
Well,
you
that's fucking
got
crazy.
caught promoting it by being a fake person, and then you say that to get promotion about you being fake to begin the whole world. No wonder the nothing serious.
That's right. Ryan, for those who don't remember her, Ashley Babbitt was the only person who died on January 6th. Trump has announced that they will be giving her a full Air Force military funeral honors, which is pretty cool. That's a cool move. I don't love the 500,000 Chinese people coming here to go to our schools, but that's a cool move, though. You got to take with the good with the bad with Trump.
Look, China, they have to come here. We'll bury her. We will bury
Apparently,
her. Fine.
they said the whole reason they were doing it is because certain schools have low admission rates or whatever. Basically, there's like not enough kids at some of these universities.
And we don't have
So,
smart enough kids here to send them there.
well, I don't think we have enough kids here who want to go to college.
So they realize it's a scam, so scam the Asians.
Maybe, or maybe they can't afford to, and the Asians can. I don't know. They got all that solar money.
Clearly, Dave, they're sending all the poor people here, right? Like the Muslims do.
Oh, Germany! Germany announced that the number one name on I think it was Germany.
Muhammad.
It was Muhammad. Yeah, the number one name on welfare in Germany is Muhammad. To be fair, most people named Muhammad are named Muhammad twice, so I don't know if that counts into it or not.
Well, they get named after their father and grandfather. You
I
know that?
didn't understand. Yeah. I didn't know that was why so many of them had like the same name in repetition. For people who don't know like Muslim culture at all, a lot of Muslims will have like literally the same name like multiple times because they're named after their former like
It's like they kept the first name as the last name.
yeah.
Something similar is that you take your father's first name as your middle name,
Mhm.
and that's a
Yep.
way that, like, when you look historically in a couple generations, you know that these dudes with the middle name came from this man because they share his first name. But that's their culture, right? It'd be Abdul, fucking Muhammad, Muhammad, Amin, Ami, you know,
And that is a culture worth replicating, as we have talked about on the show, right?
replicating
I
so well they do it with their cousins, David.
well, um,
It was a joke, people. I make fun of trailer trash cousin fuckers too.
yeah.
Probably some in my family.
Yeah. Right.
Did you
Ryan,
fuck her? No, I did not fuck my cousin.
I did
Stop.
not. Uh,
Fucking crazy. I literally have almost everything.
I wanna watch The Room so bad. You just the way you said that made me think of The Room. I did not hit her. I did not.
I don't even
Um,
know what you're talking
The
about.
Room, hold on. We were gonna do the gun expert, but since you don't know The Room, I have to play a trailer for The Room. Hold on. Fuck, what the hell is it this? Yes. Yes. Dude, this movie is so fucking bad, and yet it's so fucking good. Hold on. The actor who plays the main character in this movie was also like the director and also the writer. Like it's like the craziest shit.
Kevin
This is
Smith it.
I'm not gonna lie, this is worth watching the whole thing around. We're just gonna do this now because I made a Room reference and you need to pick up on it. It is, as this title says, the greatest bad movie of all time.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
So
There are movies that captivate us with their brilliance, masterpieces of cinema that shape the way we think about storytelling. And then there's The Room. It's been called the Citizen Kane of bad movies, a disaster piece, a film so uniquely terrible that it transcends its own awfulness. But I'm not here to mock The Room. No, this is a love letter. Because against all odds, The Room is a work of art, not in the creator, Tommy Wiseau, ever intended.
The change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
oh, it's such a good
From
scene.
the moment The Room begins, something feels off. The dialogue is stilted, the performances are otherworldly, and the story, if you can call it that, seems to drift aimlessly like a dream you only half remember. But therein lies its magic. The Room doesn't follow conventional storytelling rules because it exists in its own universe, one where characters appear and disappear without explanation, where subplots are introduced and never resolved, where Lisa, you're tearing me apart,
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
is delivered with the emotional weight of a Shakespearean tragedy. And yet, somehow, none of it makes sense. And yet, you can't look away. At the heart of this beautiful mess is Tommy Wiseau. Who is he? Where is he from? How did he afford a $6 million budget for The Room? These questions remain unanswered, much like why his character Johnny laughs at a story about domestic abuse, or why he plays football in an alley in a tuxedo. But here's the thing.
This whole movie is just it's one of those things like it ended up getting a cult following because of how bad it was. It, I don't know. It's just like the acting is so bad, the storyline makes no sense, and yet you just love it. You love every minute of it. Some of the scenes like are super unnecessary. The pacing of like that one scene where he's going in and getting flowers. It's like the most awkwardly paced interaction that would never happen in real life. He just strolls in. What did she say? She's the lady's like, "Oh, Tommy, I didn't know that was you. Oh, yes, it's my flower." First of all, Tommy, I didn't know it was you. You just knew it was Tommy. Why would you even say that? Oh yeah. Oh, here's your flowers. Here's your money. Oh, hi, dog. And then he like leaves. It's like 10 seconds. It's just like the whole movie is filled with shit like that. It's the most random. You know, Ryan, I am not a film connoisseur by any stretch of the imagination.
But the director was on cocaine.
Oh, I don't know. He was on everything. It's
PCP directed this movie.
it's the
He got
ugliest.
$6 million. Dude, he probably had something on one of those studio executives. Like, look, here's how you get me back.
It is the ugliest, most beautiful thing you'll ever see.
And make the craziest movie of all time.
It worked. I think it worked.
And if not, I will use ChatGPT to blackmail your wife about the affair you're having.
I think they played the long game. They played the long game because they must have
No, they
known.
didn't.
They knew meme culture was going to come around and just really boost that movie.
Dave, studios want to see a 3 times their investment within 30 days of release of the movie, or they don't consider it a success. So a $100 million movie needs to make $300 million for it to be considered profitable.
The Room, the infamous cult classic, directed by, produced by, and starring Tommy Wiseau, ultimately made money, but it took years of cult following to turn a profit. Initially a box office disaster, the film's bizarre appeal led to massive long-term earnings. It really is such a fucking wild movie.
It was fucking compound interest in movie form. It was
You
401k of
absolutely-
movies.
Oh my god.
How much money
Oh
did it
my
make?
god. Gross. $1,900 in the opening weekend with total earnings under $20,000. Holy fuck. That's so bad.
They just spent $6 million to get 20,000 bucks.
Oh my god, that's so fucking bad. Holy
Is
shit.
worst trade deal in history of trade deals.
I'm curious what it actually ended up making long term, though.
More than $6 million, allegedly.
Short-term loss, long-term win. It bombed initially, but became profitable by 2008. I think the movie's from 03. Yeah, it came out in 03. To 2010, organic, ironic fandom. No big studio needed. No, it actually doesn't even. It doesn't even say what it ended up making long term, though. But it did become profitable after 5 years. Oh, overall revenue 30 million plus.
Holy fuck, dude.
So it did it 5x'd after a while. You just had to be patient. It's a must watch. Ryan, before we go. The only reason I'm playing this is because I always love when the gun experts come out to like CNN and MSNBC and all these fucking places. And it's very clear when you hear them talking that they've never looked at, touched, shot, operated in any form, sense, or way a firearm in their entire life. They've never read a book that had a firearm in it. They never watched a movie with a firearm in it. They have literally no idea what they're talking about. Oh god, it's just and then these people are out making policy. This is just glorious, Ron.
Have more guns in America than we have people. The reality is that we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine before the person even needs to reload. The reality
I don't even know what he's trying to say.
Is that these guns make their way into cities across America by the trunk. Have more guns in America than we have.
Hold on, let's try that one more time.
The reality is that we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine.
Yeah. They reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine, is the quote. Go now.
Doesn't
Now
even make
that guy,
sense.
go make firearm policy.
Clips and magazines are two different things. Ask Gronk the difference between a clip and a magazine when it comes to a firearm.
The difference between a clip and a magazine lies in their design, function, and use in firearms. Both are used to hold and feed ammunition, but they are distinct in structure and purpose. Here's a clear breakdown. A clip is a simple device that holds multiple rounds of ammunition together for quick loading into a firearms magazine, either internal or detachable. It doesn't feed rounds directly into the chamber.
Like a speed loader on your revolver, it will be like a little plastic thing that all
Yep.
6 little things. Like, you remember those pop pistols that you used to have as a kid that were the
Yeah.
and you'd put them all in there, and then you'd slap
Yes.
that thing closed and feel like a cowboy? That's a clip.
A magazine is a device that stores and feeds ammunition directly into the firearms chamber for firing.
Which is what everybody thinks of a banana clip or like a handgun clip, like John Wick shit or drum magazine, like Call of Duty shit. Those are mags.
Now, I
Those aren't
think what he was
clips.
trying to say is magazines that hold 30 rounds.
Bullets, yeah, probably.
Sure. But the point is we have people running around saying the word clip and magazine, and if you put 2 of them on a table, they wouldn't even know what the fuck they might call them a barrel. They have no idea what they're talking about.
What was the issue here to begin with? Was probably the church
This
shooting or
was in
something.
conjunction with the church shooting. This is the same guy that the day it happened said it's too early to politicize this and make it a transgender issue. And on the
All right, fuck
second
these.
day, was calling for gun control, saying that it
All
was,
right.
yeah.
All right.
So
All
then
right.
immediately on the second day, politicizing it.
All right. So we got gay churches and shooting at churches going on at the same time.
Yes.
Just coincidence, David.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
They're infiltrating the churches. We've known this. They're also shooting up the churches. To sow the division, it's hard for people that are pro-gun and pro-God and anti-gay to stand on this one. What they're trying to basically do is paint you into a cancel corner that you can't even opt out of the very patriotic party that you wave your banner for, which is something I've had problems with patriots in the past. And it basically comes down to you can't have 99% freedom. You can't like just take some of my liberties and allow me to have other ones. You don't get to be selectivist when it comes to liberty. The problem with these firearms experts, David, and every other time that there's these shootings, I don't know, like this may be political philosophy, but it's literally it may be known as political philosophy now, but it was like the backbone, from my understanding, of all civil law in this country, is that you have intrinsic value and you have individual liberty given to you by God. The government does not give me the right to own a firearm, nor does it take it away, because that can only come from one place. Rights can only be granted and taken away from one place, truly, David, can they not? God giveth and God taketh. It's not God giveth, man giveth. God giveth, man taketh. Right? You could take my flesh, but you don't take my soul. So I just leave here and go to the next place, where I'm sure there's weapons of Second Amendment type stature there, David. They're just not shooting bullets. But
Well, I think the point is right because even if the government infringes on your rights, they still are your rights by God. You still have the right, even if somebody is interfering in your right. It's still your right, and that
and
never changes. So yes, the only person who can truly take your right away is the same person who gave it to you.
yeah, you can't take away my right. That's where like there is no jury of my peers. It's not like I understand. I'm not dumb. Like I know jury of my peers is like, oh, the same demographic, this, but I'm a spirit. I identify as a god on earth. I am made in the image of gods, just like we all are. But I actually believe it. So now find a jury of my peers, and that's it. And I ain't talking religion. Oh, I'm here for terrorist charge. I don't get a jury of my peers. Okay. It just shows how artificial the rights were bestowed to me. Because if you think you can just label me something to remove rights that are intrinsically by the nature of my being, by being made in the image of gods, then what am I to think? This is not a place. This is prison. This is hell. It's to enslave your mind. That's the only and your spirit. Maybe that's a test I'm not enduring, and that's I'm not to make this about Tate, but Tate said something similar or whatever. Whether or not that was just for theatrics, I don't really care. But at the end of the day, you got to make peace with what you got. And I'll tell you this right now. I say it every time. My rights will never disappear just because someone else's. I know, like, they can make the guns illegal. They can make you register them. You can buy them illegal. You can take my freedom of speech on the internet. It's fine. You can take me to jail. I know everybody says this. You can act tough. You can fucking rape me in prison. I don't. You can blow my house up and kill our families. You're gonna lose. And if anything, if you do all that shit to me, like, you just speed it up, right? Like, that was like the thing I think the founders of this country realized. Like, George Washington had horses shut off from underneath him. There was times that he charged open lines and they shot at him. They were 5 feet away from him. They all missed. Is divine intervention. Trump, we watched it on CNN. Not that Trump was chosen by God, but like there's divine intervention in the world, dude. Like, we gotta stop. They knew. They were like, I can't. It ends now. Like, I can't go to the other side. I can't, like, just leave and be like, this is what I'm left with. I can't leave when there's a fourth of the people of a generation were never born, and think that they're not going to carry. If a fourth of those people were never born and the ideology of the society that allowed that to happen, which led to a half, what's next? 3/4 of the next one? And then no more generations because they're replaced by robots. I don't want that. I don't have to accept it either. Just because Google's got money, David, this is what I'm all kind of going to. You can take the firearms. I will find another way to disarm you. Like, I have the right. Like, your soul's eternal. These documents that are binded is for men. The people that clutch to laws, David. The lawyers. Look at but the law, David. You'll burn in hell first. All your money. I don't want money to be wealthy, Dave. We talk about this all the time. I want money for options and to set people free that I love. To promote the podcast, to promote freedom, to promote growth, to promote, like, better, to buy business and hire people that isn't a minimum wage job, to buy the houses I grew up in the neighborhoods I grew up in so that they don't get gentrified by other people that don't share American values and they bring their whole families here. And then they give it to their kids instead of our kids taking them, black, white, whatever. I just want Americans to own stuff. I don't want foreigners to come here buy. I don't want BlackRock to buy up our neighborhoods. That's a foreigner. Once again, immigrant, corporate immigrant. That's all a corporation is a corporate immigrant. So at the end of the day, they have to promote false ideologies about firearms to make you disconnected from the fact that nobody can actually take your self-defense away from you. The Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting. It's funny we're not talking about hunting anymore. We're not talking about it. It's just like, well, we shouldn't have these. Look, it doesn't matter how many guns they are. The government doesn't have the authority over them because the only reason firearms exist is to keep corruption in check. That may be a drug dealer. That may be a corrupt politician. It may be that judge that was forcing people to do sexual acts so that they could get off parking tickets. And then the sheriff went in there and did what he had to do. Not that I'm promoting or condoning David. Obviously, he'll have his own jury of peers, David, right? That's not up for me to decide. But I think more than anything, what people really need to realize is these people don't care about the Constitution. The Constitution is not there for them to use for good. They're trying to find ways around it. This is how they do it. This is the thing that radicalized me. Honestly, David, it seems it's the least talked about thing on this program is firearms, when it's the thing that got me most radicalized in the eyes of them. So I don't know. I guess that's it. I hope everybody has a good Labor Day. I don't think we'll be here. So everybody have a good Labor Day. Take the time, enjoy the family, enjoy the holiday, enjoy all that. And yeah, Dave Ryan, December 1773. Catch us on Rumble for the greatest podcast in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you the most for your time. And I'll see everybody on Tuesday.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Oh,
Ryan.
go Bills. Go Bills. First opening season, right? Is it open? Is that next weekend?
I think that's next weekend.
All right. Well, Bills season's here, boys. Let's arm up. And I'll see you
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
later. Bye.